What is the average cost for water damage restoration?
So the average cost for water damage restoration, it can really vary wildly. Factors that will affect it is it one room in my property that's affected or is it my whole house? Those are going to have pretty wildly different price tags associated with them. But you could safely assume that if you have one room affected and it's not catastrophic, it's just some wet materials and we need to get that addressed properly, get it dried. I'd say at a minimum amount, you're probably near $1,000 to do that. And as you get into an entire house, that can grow quite a bit. We do see that that might be a surprising number to people. Oh, it's one room. Why $1,000? A lot does go into that. There's the equipment required to dry it properly. It's expensive equipment. So there's a lot of investments associated with that. The training to do this, believe it or not, there's a lot of science that goes into drying a property. So getting the people that are coming to do that, the workers that are coming to do that properly educated, there's costs associated with that. And then the frequency of checking on the property. A typical water damage restoration project has somebody in your home or working exclusively for you. I mean, it's multiple days, often probably 3 to 5 days for a very typical dry out. And those workers are invested in you and your project for at least a couple hours a day. So all of those things can just stack together to being where that price tag is.
What are the signs of hidden water damage in a house?
What are the signs of hidden water damage in a house? Smell is probably the biggest one. If your home generally smells one way and now it's starting to smell another way, that's a really good indicator. And that smell, commonly a kind of a musty smell, that often means that there's something going on somewhere. What else to look for is something that starts looking different than what it did. And it's actually relatively common for something that is water damage to not necessarily look like water damage. In flooring sometimes, or even on walls, maybe it's just starting to look a little bit discolored. You can also see that the color looks fine, but you're starting to feel a little bit of rise, as you run your hand across the floor or wall, that it's swelling a little bit. Those are common things. But I'd say smell, discoloration, those are going to be your most common indicators that something's going on that you might need to have a water damage expert look at.
How can I prevent mold after flooding in my home?
How can I prevent mold after flooding in my home? Speed matters. Taking decisive action is one of the most important things you can do. Getting a restoration company involved quickly. And what they're going to do is get the water removed and get the condition stabilized as quickly as possible. Mold can begin to grow. In a home where there's no active growing mold present, you're probably looking at a week to 2 weeks before mold can really take hold and grow. The reality, though, is a lot of homes have a little bit of mold somewhere in them. And if that gets wet, you can have reactivated mold growth very quickly and have a problem taking off within hours. So prompt action is how you prevent it.